Alright guys, this is jerningham here. Very sad news about Tony Morrison. He was a news presenter. Everybody liked him. He warmed a lot of people's hearts, which I mean by that is, he was a good TV presenter. He was very good at his job, very good at his news, very good at helping people to understand what's going on in the world with gangs and other things and other lifestyle things, how the world is. Unfortunately, he died at 57. Was it yesterday or something? And a lot of people are probably upset. The people that know Tony Morrison, the news presenter, TV program guy, that did the ITV News, if you know. I'm sure a lot of his colleagues at work are probably sad, and his family members and his friends he knew in real life out of work. But anyway, let's look at the videos that Tony Morrison made, or video clips, to bring back the memories and keep his memories going on. And if he's in another afterlife, another place, I would say rest in peace to him. Very good person. I met him in real life when I was at school, when I was 14 years old myself, and I spoke to him and shook his hand and said hello, pleased to meet you. And he talked about the football on the TV. He was famous for that as well. And a school I used to go to was called Elmsbank High School in Whitefield in Manchester. That's where I saw him there. Anyway, rest in peace, Tony Morrison. Let's see these videos.
Tony Morris always said growing up as the only black kid on a tough estate in Portsmouth and joining the RAF taught him a lot about being resilient in life.
Like a lot of people, I grew up in the care system. From the age of 6 months, I was fostered. I stayed with the same woman right up until I became an adult. At the age of 16, I joined the RAF, so I guess I went from one institution to another. And I was lucky, because if I hadn't joined the RAF, who knows where I might have ended up.
Those early years also gave him a deep understanding of how racism can blight our lives. 15 years ago, he was horrified by the death of Anthony Walker, the 18-year-old student murdered in Liverpool.
Anthony Walker was attacked here. He died the following day of his injuries. He was just 18 years old and he lived nearby. The reason why he was murdered was because he was black. Do you still forgive Barton and Taylor?
I do.
Why?
Because it's not about them. It's about me. It's about survival. It's about honouring Anthony.
Cocklers were poorly equipped.
He covered all of the Northwest's biggest and saddest news events over the years.
Against terrorism. Welcome to a serene and sunlit St Anne's Square in Manchester. This place has become a shrine to the 22 people killed and all those injured in that suicide bomb attack across the city at the Manchester Arena on Monday night. This is a quiet town on the edge of the Peak District, not a place renowned for gun violence, not the type of place where you would expect two officers to be gunned down in the line of duty. At that wood treatment plant behind me, just across the field, you can still see the smoke rising from the wreckage. People describe the ground shaking as one of the blasts went off. They're here to pay tribute to the 96 men, women and children who, as we all now know, were unlawfully killed at Hillsborough.
Tony was also there for some of our most memorable sporting achievements.
Why has this team captured the imagination?
Manchester United take on Chelsea for European glory.
Yes, sporting occasions don't come much bigger than this. Once again, this ancient city is centre stage. How do you think you're going to do next season in the Premier League? Well, I think that answers that question. There are only two cities to be in tonight. One of them is Istanbul, and the other one is Liverpool. There they are. Check them out.
He was keen to raise important issues, like the work being done to clear mines in Cambodia.
God. Didn't realise it was going to be as loud as that. It's quite scary to think as well that we've sort of been walking all through there and that's the type of thing that's in there. Quite nerve-wracking, actually.
He never courted the fame.
Happy birthday, Leanne.
That's the love from his little sister Anne-Marie.
And from me, Tony Morris, the ball geezer on the telly.
But he was more than happy to be the person who inspired a new generation, so kids would always know that nothing should ever hold them back in life. There was always respect for whoever he interviewed.
How important was the support of your family at this time?
I'm not the bravest in the world, so to have a family, you know, supporting me, whatever, Dad, you'll be okay. You know, don't worry about it.
But he never shied away from the direct question.
So many people say they can't even afford to think about part-time work, never mind full-time work, because the money they're spending is going on all their childcare.
Yeah, but you see, nowadays you will get a lot of help with this.
Ballpark figure, Northwest. How many are you going to get?
I'm not going to name numbers, but what I'll say to you is...
No, go on, name some. Because people keep saying they want politicians to be honest and
let me give
tell
you
them the
the
truth.
straight example. If we can't win in places like Bolton and Bury, if we can't win there, we won't win the general election.
Let's make some noise, let's go mad for Fixed Penalty with their single, I Only Hear What I Want To.
Tony had worked as a DJ and always loved his music, everything from classical to jazz and soul. So it was a dream when he landed a late-night music show.
And now it's time for some of those laid-back jazz soul flavours.
And later, interviewing Lionel Richie was a high spot.
Mighty glad you stayed. All the girls that would never say a word to us otherwise are now saying, Commodores, this is the right business to be in.
Are you telling me, Lionel Richie, that the only reason you got into the music business was to meet women? Because I'm sorry.
Obviously, you would go to that level immediately. I know that.
It was all a long way from the quiet, unassuming man who first arrived in our studios 17 years ago. Mwah! You're going to be gorgeous, darling. I just know it. That was such a lucky day for Granada Reports, and such a lucky day for me. The start of something very special.
I've worked with Lucy for a very long time, and, you know, I know from, you know, how she breathes in what she's probably going to say next, and she would probably say it's the same with me. We're like an old married couple, you know.
Shall we hum it? Apparently, Get Your Coat, Love, You've Pulled can work if delivered with a confident smile.
Get your coat, love, you've pulled.
Get lost. Well, now...
Oh, I do like this story.
I'm pleased about that.
Yeah, I do like this one.
Okay, we better tell it then. Yeah, that won't be the only dinosaur on this program, obviously.
Come on now.
You're used to us by now.
Just let me tea.
And then there were the awards, loads of them.
The winner is Tony Morris of ITV Granada Reports.
2 BAFTAs and numerous accolades from the Royal Television Society. He might have won the scoops, the top interviews and the awards, but he was always in no doubt the thing he was most proud of. That was his daughters, Becky and Natalie. The best and happiest of times were always with them.
Well, that was very good news from Tony Morris. I'm glad I was shown that as well. Rest in peace, war hero. You've opened a lot of people's lives, and I will cover more videos of what you did. And you're a very good TV presenter, and you're going to be very missed by a lot of people. Anyway, thanks for joining us all in this video. See you next one. Peace.